Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this haul featuring my goodies from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Picked up some really good stuff. I'm super excited about this and I'm ready to show you guys what I grabbed. So if you're interested to see what I picked up during the 21 Days of Beauty for the Ulta spring event, said that totally backwards, then just keep on watching. All right, my friends. So I didn't pick up like a massive amount of stuff. I picked up a good amount of goodies, but like enough for it to be like a pretty good haul without being too over the top. And there's some stuff in here that I had really been wanting for a long time. It's been on my loves list either on Sephora or Ulta for a really long time, and it just so happened to hit the sale this go around, or the 21 Days of Beauty this spring. So I was so excited, especially for a few things. So let's just go ahead and start with the first thing I picked up. So the Smashbox Cali Contour was a palette that I really wanted, and I had wanted this one before I think it's the Ablaze palette that they released last summer that I picked up, and I love that one, but I still had my heart on this one. I just didn't want to pay the money for it. Well, it went to half off, so like $19.50, and I really have been enjoying it, you guys. So for the price, I don't know that I would have paid $40 for it, so I'm really glad that I waited. But honestly, I'm not crazy also about Smashbox powders. Usually every now and then there's something that really floats my boat, but these are so good. They're very in line with that Ablaze palette, and this isn't even anything like newer or newish. It's been out for quite some time. I'd say at least a year and a half, 2 years, and it typically, so it's like a contour palette, obviously, Cali Contour, and I'm not huge on contour. However, I have found multiple uses for these for like bronzer, even blush, and there's a couple of highlights. One is a little on the deep side for me, but these powders are some of the softest I have ever felt. Like, to run my finger in one of the pans of product is just so satisfying because it's so soft. But these really, really are good powders. So honestly, if you are like a contour fanatic, then I think you would gladly pay the full price tag for this palette. But that's what a couple of those powders look like. One of them is contour, the other one is highlight. I am so happy I picked this up. So this was item number 1 for me. Next up, I was in the need for eye primer. So you guys know, if you're used to my channel, if you're a long timer, then you know that the Fenty Pro Filter eye primer is my tried and true. I love that stuff. But, so I'm almost out, and this of course came in at just the right time. We'll see if it was at just the right time, because I've kind of fallen out of love with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Maybe it's just because I love the Fenty one so much, but these ended up being half off, and I thought, well, it's the perfect time to go ahead and pick them up. So I picked Original, and I picked Eden, which is the matte shade. So really nothing super exciting to show you as far as the Original. You guys already know what this looks like. So I kind of want to go back to these and see, does it work as well as my Fenty? Do I remember not liking it as much? That kind of thing. But they were half off, so I think they were like 12 bucks each. And so the Fenty typically runs either 18 or 19, I think. And so it definitely was a better buy. And then of course, if I'm not crazy about them, then as soon as these are done, I'll go back to my Fenty. No big deal. And then Eden is the matte shade. It's kind of like soft ochre or painterly paint pot kind of thing, but in a little tubey. So I did pick those up. Next up, I picked up 2 powders. Now this one I am unsure if I'm going to keep, because I feel like it makes my face look a little bit dry. It is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. You guys know, again, if you're a long timer, that I didn't used to be into powders. I never set my face. I just like the non-set look. And for me it works. I have pretty normal skin, so I don't need to like blot or anything like that. However, the Huda Easy Bake Powder, that was a game changer for me. So ever since then, I've been using that one, the Milk Makeup Powder, and then the Fenty powder, and have been loving the set look. And so this is one that consistently gets, or at least when it came out and for a long time after that, got really amazing reviews and hype and all that stuff. And so I just don't know how I feel about it quite yet. I do think it makes my face look a little bit dry, which is not something that I'm used to with the powders I have been using. And so because of that, I'm like, this is kind of what takes me back to why I didn't like to set my face. And so I think I'm going to try it once or twice more. We will see. But I did pick that one up. And I will piggyback off of that. And this one I am so excited to try because this one gets crazy good reviews. Everybody seems to love this one. It's the Too Faced Born This Way powder, the Ethereal setting powder. And for reference, I picked up the translucent light in this one, and I picked up translucent in this one. For reference, I'm a light to light medium neutral skin tone, and usually the lighter shades are what I go for if they run in light, medium, and deep, or light, nude, and deep is sometimes I see that they put nude in the middle for the middle shade. So this is what it looks like. Again, nothing that has recently released. It's been out for a long time, and for the longest time it was sold out on both Sephora and Ulta, and so I am very excited to use this one. I think this is going to have a finish because of the ethereal in the name, and based on what I have read from people that use it, is that I think it's going to give kind of like a, not a luminous finish, but that kind of, it's not going to look super dry, if you know what I'm saying. So this one was half price, and I was extremely excited to get this one at such a great price. So next up is something that I've kept it in this box even though I've been using it, and I have been blown away by this product. So this is the Persona Cosmetics Cali Glow Highlighter. Ooh, I can't talk. In the shade Zuma. And I was kind of on the fence about this one. I was like, okay, it's coming up. Should I get it? Should I not get it? It was $12. And so that's one, I was like, okay, it's $12. And honestly, if I hate it, then I still have the option to return it. If I don't want to return it, at least it was $12 and not $24. But I watch Angelica Gomez, and I love her channel. And she sometimes uses this and loves it. And so I thought, you know what? I just really am going to give it a try. And I was really blown away. This thing was every bit worth the $12. In fact, if I knew it was this good, I probably would have spent the $24 on it a long time ago. But this thing is beaming, because you guys know I love a beaming highlight. So that's what it looks like. Zuma is the lighter of the two, and this is what it looks like. So it looks a little bit more gold in the pan. And you guys know I'm not huge on those gold type of highlights. However, this one just works for me. I don't know. It's stunning. I can blend it out to where it's not too deep for my skin tone, and it is very, very blinding. And you guys know I don't go subtle on my highlights. I like a beaming, blinding highlight. So I picked that up. And then let's see, we've got just a few more products here. I picked up, this has been on my loves list for a while. And when I say a while, probably a good 7 or 8 months, 6 or 7 months maybe. And it's because I had swatched it in store and was blown away by the color. And it's by Cover FX. It's one of their shimmer veils, and it's in the shade Ember. Ember is one of the shades that is exclusive to Ulta, and it's the red shade. And I'm not talking like a burnt red. This is a good, vibrant red. So here is what it looks like. It is so pretty. So the shade mixed in with like the sparkle is so stunning, and I typically don't buy a whole lot of these kinds of things anymore, just because since it's the single products, they don't get as much use from me as like something in a palette. But this this had to come home with me. So it's almost like okay, so it's not as vibrant as I remember as far as like bright red, but it is so rich in pigmentation. It's almost like a copper red. So scratch what I said earlier. That is what that looks like. It's so pretty. And I think this one was also $12. So yes, $24 is very pricey to pay for something like this, especially not necessarily because of the size, because quite frankly, this will last you a very long time if you can get through it before it dries out, all that stuff. I've had my experience with like the Stila Glitter and Glows, and so that really turned me off to buying a whole lot of products like this. However, if I can get them for 12 bucks or less, I know a lot of y'all get your Stila Glitter and Glows at TJ Maxx now for like 7 or 8 bucks. That's really the way to go. Okay, so as it's drying down, it's turning more vibrant red like I remember, which makes me even more happy. So that is that. Now, we're down to the last couple of items. It's the same product, but different shades. And I was so glad that they had put these on sale. This really made me happy. And they are the Too Faced bronzers. Now, originally I was going to get 3 because I don't own any of the Too Faced bronzers. The ones I used to have were in the super old packaging, like old school Too Faced days, and those had already like developed hard pan. They were gross, so I've since thrown them away. It's been a long time. So ever since they reformulated and came out with the new packaging, I had never picked them up. I had always wanted the chocolate gold Soleil ever since they came out with the chocolate gold palette. Hadn't done that, but I'm actually glad that I didn't, because I got them at half price, which was $15. So I picked up Sun Bunny and chocolate gold Soleil. And I love these. I do remember loving Sun Bunny very much. I used to have it in a pan of product within one of their holiday palettes or something, and I remember liking it very much. But oh my gosh, you guys, so first off, the packaging, again, so satisfying. There's something about this that I just love. The color, I love the feel, I don't know, something about it that I just love. And then I love the shade. This really does make my skin look very healthy. Now, if you've been watching my bronzer videos, so I had a review of the Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer and then my bronzer showdown video. I will just say that my two favorites still are the Fenty and Kylie bronzers. So that's that. So this won't top that, but this is something I like very, very much. So it isn't like a split pan, and it's because it's got like a, once you mix it, it gives a sheen, it gives a glow. It's really, really beautiful. And again, this is nothing new, so you have probably already seen this before, but to get it at half price is really awesome. So this one you may not even be able to see too much. Let me see. I don't think I did well with the swatch. Let's try this again. Now this one you do have to dig a little bit. It's not like super, super soft. It's very stiff in the pan, but I don't have issues with it when I use a little bit of a stiffer brush, unlike the Natural Lust one that I do have issues with when I dig up product. So that's what that one looks like right there. And that one is in the shade Sun Bunny. And then as far as the chocolate gold bronzer, the packaging is a little bit different. So it's not a matte package. It's got like this little bit of shine to it, and the inside is stunning. So it is not a matte highlight. It has like flecks of gold. But if you remember the chocolate gold eyeshadow palette, then you know this to be very in line with that. So I have not yet used this one on my face, but swatching it, it looks like it's going to be quite similar to Sun Bunny. Just a little bit of a different tone. But as far as it being like a sheen bronzer, this definitely is that. So that's what that one looks like right there. And that is it. That's what I picked up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I was really happy with how I kind of spaced out my purchases because, of course, now it's time for the Sephora spring sale event, and so I didn't go ham on this, but I still picked up products that were worth my while because they were products that I had been wanting for quite some time, and when you can get them at half off, you just really want to do that. If y'all remember, I had said in my wish list for the 21 days that I was going to pick up one of the Lime Crime palettes, and I didn't end up doing that. There was something that had come up that day that just, that was the last thing on my mind. Like getting online to buy something was the last thing on my mind, and I can't remember what it was. That wasn't a good day, and I can't remember why. Anyways, it's probably good that I don't remember. Anyways, so that is my haul, you guys. That is my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything I picked up. So I'm super nosy this way that I love knowing what other people purchased. Like if somebody comes out of Ulta or Sephora, like I will look at their bag and be like, I wonder what's in that bag. I wonder what they picked up. So that being said, I kind of want to know what you guys picked up. So let me know in the comment section below if you picked anything up during the 21 Days of Beauty, and if so, what was that? And are you loving it? Like I'm super curious because hey, I never need an excuse to put other things on my loves list. Alright guys, before I let you go, you know what time it is. It's time for the verse of the day, just in an effort to encourage you, to motivate you, and just to let you know that Jesus loves you so very much, especially now that we're going into Easter. Some of you may celebrate it, some of you may not, but regardless, Jesus loves you and came as the ultimate sacrifice for you. And even if you were the only person in this world, he still would have come just for you. That's how much he loves and cares for you. Today's comes from 2 Samuel 22:31, and it says, The Lord's word is flawless. He shields all who take refuge in him. I just want to ask you if you're taking refuge in him. I know that this world can be very difficult. Life can be very difficult. We've all gone through difficult things at one point or another, some worse than others. It is my prayer that if you don't already know him, that you would come to know him as that ultimate refuge, that ultimate best friend, the one who just loves you and comforts you and is there for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll consider subscribing if you are new to my channel. I'd love to have you along for this journey, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you guys. See you in the next one.